it's Brianna. Welcome back to my channel for this 2023 life update video. I feel like it's a new year. In many ways, I feel like it's a new me. Since this time last year, there's just been so many changes over the last year that I've never truly filled you in on or addressed here, because it is a bit difficult. It does feel like anything I say in this video, I'm nervous because I don't want it to be misconstrued or taken the wrong way. So if I appear to be a little bit nervous, I am a little nervous, and this is something very emotional to talk about. And it's taken me quite a time to do some healing, and I think even get to a place where I can just be open with you guys about it on my channel. So I've gotten a lot of questions. I think majority of people just want to know, am I doing okay? Are the kids okay? How's our family? We've had a lot of transitions, and I think people just want to know, like, what happened? Why did you move back from Hawaii to Ohio? Are you ever going back to Hawaii? Lots and lots of questions. So again, I just kind of want to address it all in this video and give you an update. So this spring, if you're new and just, I guess, clicking in for the tea here, we were living in Hawaii, and when the kids finished school in May, we moved back to Ohio, and we did sell our home in Hawaii, which was just really heartbreaking. I feel like we loved Hawaii. We had raised, I feel like, so many important years of our kids' lives there. Like, it's really the only home Hayden ever knew, and landed in kindergarten and first grade there. Prezi did preschool there. They had so many friends there. They still FaceTime their Hawaii friends all the time. And I never want to lose that aloha connection that we have there. But ultimately, we decided that for our family, moving back from Hawaii back to Ohio would be the best decision, because this was really difficult for us to make this decision, but we ultimately decided it was the healthiest one for our family if Adam and I got divorced. So we are officially divorced at this point in time. We officially separated back in the spring, in April, and we're both children of divorce. We've experienced this and just know what it was like from a kid's perspective, and we were both adult children when our parents divorced, and we just knew our kids are our everything. We love them so much. We wanted to try to make all of this as positive as we could for them, and just give them the best life and be the best co-parents that we could be, despite any of the heart and heartbreak and emotional things we were going through. So we, in the springtime, worked together to have what's called an uncontested divorce. A contested divorce is where you would go to court and, get lawyers and sort of battle things out. Uncontested is when you can come to an agreement, whether that's with your lawyers or with mediators. And, we had our decree sort of all finalized and written up in May, prior to us then moving back here to Ohio. So once we were back here, we knew what our living arrangements were going to be. We knew what our custody arrangement was going to be for the kids, and all of that, and how we were kind of dividing up everything, which is just so hard. It's so heartbreaking. When you get married, you want to believe it's going to be this lifelong fairy tale. You don't imagine that you're ever going to be sitting there having to split things up. And it, more than anything, I think it's just devastating of the time with the kids, of figuring out what holidays are going to look like in that time that you always envisioned being as a family unit together, knowing that, okay, it's going to be different. It's going to be time taken away that you're not going to get with your babies anymore. I think that's just, it's a lot. And I think if you've gone through it, or if you have a friend who's gone through it, or if you are going through it or contemplating it, it is just one of the most difficult times of your life, when you are figuring all of these like really, really heavy, big, important things out. And I think that's why I just want to apologize. Like, I wasn't trying to be rude or ignore you, or I never meant to sort of make you feel like you were disconnected from me here in our community, because I know in the past I've shared very raw and real emotional moments of my life. And I think you've seen my babies grow up on this channel. You've seen me grow up in many, many ways. I had tons of growing to do when I think of when I first started my channel when Landon was 3 months old, and he's 7.5 now. So for over 7 years, I have shared tons of moments of my life where you've gotten insight. And I know that this last year, I didn't do that when it comes to this situation. And I couldn't. I'm sorry, I couldn't. It was so emotional. There were so many high levels of emotion that I just didn't ever want to say or do something that I regretted. I know Adam felt the same way. Like, it just felt like something that for our kids and for our family, we didn't want that like in the moment things being shared. So I hope you can understand all of that. And again, I think so many of you were so nice at respecting our privacy, and I would see people defending me constantly of like, she doesn't have to talk about anything she doesn't want to talk about. So just thank you. I needed that encouragement and those kind words. I really, really needed that. So thank you. And yeah, I think then when we moved back here, it just was kind of this new beginning in a lot of ways, this sort of chapter where I could, you know, work on some things and heal some things that really needed to heal after going through just this heartbreaking time. So I got a therapist, I got a coach, I binged I don't know how many different podcasts about divorce. I think like the one I would just direct you to first if you are going through this, it's by Michelle Dempsey is her name. It's called the Moms Moving On podcast. She brings on tons of experts about everything divorce-wise, whether it's lawyers, therapists, just there's a ton of, I feel like, expert advice that you can get from that podcast as like a free resource of where to start. She had a book too, like I listened to the audiobook. I listened to a ton of audiobooks. And yeah, I just kind of, I think, surrounded myself with, between the therapist, the coach, all that information. And then again, part of the big decision of why we decided to move back to Ohio, why we thought it would be the best thing for us, is our families are here. Most of our family is here. My sister does live in Phoenix, but like my grandma and grandpa, my mom's here. And then our friends, we have like our main support network of friends are here. I do have friends who live other places. So like my girlfriend in New Orleans flew me down this summer to have girl time with her. And that was just like so needed. When I like first got back here, the very first night after I sort of got a good night's rest, that first night, all my friends were over here at my house, brought over tacos, and, you know, just made me feel so surrounded with love and supported through this really difficult decision. And then I feel like new people sort of entered into my life this summer, between like a new hairdresser when I was just like, I want to go back to feeling more like me, and she's become like one of my best friends now. And it's just been so amazing to be surrounded by women who make me feel loved and empowered and supported on this channel here too, because this community that we have here, you guys, I feel like have looked out for me and just made me always feel like I have a purpose, always feel like I have a creative outlet, always feel like I have a place to come to where I have love and support. So just thank you. I really don't think I could like be here and be in this place where I know a lot of healing has happened. Not that it's like fully complete, but so much healing has happened. And I really do feel like a new person, and that entering this new chapter is something I'm excited for. So I just want to encourage you, because I think a lot of people have reached out and said, hey, can I tell my friend about your channel? She's going to be getting divorced and all of that. And, you know, I'm not an expert. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a lawyer. I can't give that kind of advice or professional counsel. But obviously, as somebody who has now experienced this, I can assure you that as hard and as awful as it might be, like there is a way to heal, and there is a space where you can breathe when all of this is said and done, and like you don't have to walk on eggshells forever, and it doesn't have to be unhealthy and toxic forever. Like both you and that person who you once did love can both get to a place where that's possible for both of you again. And I think that's where I am just quite proud, honestly, of Adam and I. You know, again, we're both children of divorce. I think we knew that this is going to be really difficult. We both had a lot of emotions, but we will always be putting our kids first, and just, you know, as many growing pains as I'm sure we'll still have and things that we might not see eye to eye on, we have really always tried to put the kids first in all these decisions that we've made. And like, we were able to trick or treat together this Halloween. Like, I'm so proud of us for that. We were able to wrap presents together, and we spent Christmas morning together, and I'm really proud of us for that too. It's not easy after you go through this really difficult period of time, that's for sure. So I don't want to portray it like, oh, it's just been picture perfect. Like, no, like we really had to work on a lot. But I think, you know, both of us, like the most I'm comfortable with saying is I think we recognized at the end of the day, like we weren't loving each other the way each other needed to be loved. But I think we both want that for each other. I respect him as the father of my children, and obviously I'm the mother of his children, and we are going to have to communicate for a long time, the rest of our life, about our kids. And at least, you know, Hayes too, at least for the next 16 years, we're gonna have to pretty closely be in communication about stuff. And it would be better, not only for the children, but for us and for our mental health and well-being, if we can do that as kindly as possible and as respectfully as possible with one another. So, you know, I think we're moving towards that day by day, and I think we're also just both kind of moving forward. I think that's a question I've been asked a lot lately, because I did post kind of like a wrap-up of the year. You guys pay very close attention to detail. And again, that's something for me I'm going to hold a little close to me. It's something I'm enjoying and taking slowly and just sort of enjoying for myself at the moment. The kids have not met who I'm dating yet, so I feel like it would be inappropriate for me to share any more than that. But I know, you know, Adam's dating as well, and I think for both of us, like I want him to be happy and I want myself to be happy, because ultimately if we're happy, that's going to make our kids happy and be the best thing for them. So I think that's sort of where we're at in this new chapter and on this journey. And, you know, I'm just excited for us. I think as hard as all of this was, there were really important lessons that I just needed to learn. And I think I'd lost myself for a very long time. I think a lot of women, I've heard other women just say this too, that it's something you go through when you become a wife and you become a mother, you lose parts of you. I think especially if you're a people pleaser and you're just giving, trying to make your partner happy, trying to make your children happy, you can lose yourself if you're not really cognizant of that. And I think this was a lesson I needed so badly of, don't lose yourself ever again, or like always remember, as much as you want to give and love on other people, that you're giving and loving on yourself too. So I'm thankful, as hard as all of this has been, for that lesson. And I also just think too, like, there can be this feeling as a perfectionist, you guys know if you've been around, like I'm such a perfectionist, that a marriage ending is a failure. And I just want to say to you, like, if you are going through a divorce and you're feeling like a failure, or if you're having a difficult time in your relationship and you're feeling like it's failing, just know you're not alone in those feelings. And, you know, a marriage takes two. It can't just be one person giving. And sometimes the healthiest thing to do if you are in that situation is to move forward for yourself and to start a new chapter. And I know that's hard, I think, because again, I think we all get married wanting this lifelong fairy tale, and we love that and respect that so much. And it's beautiful when that works out. But just know, like, if you're in a situation that isn't that beautiful picture perfect fairy tale, and it feels like you've been working and working and working on it and nothing is changing and it's unhealthy for you, the best thing you can do for yourself is to move to a healthier place in a situation, whatever that might look like for you in your life. So I just don't want you to feel alone if you're going through this, or feel like a failure, or be beating yourself up. Because I promise you, like, you are not the only person who's ever gone through divorce. I feel like I needed to hear that so much when I was like at the beginning of it. Like, 50% of marriages end in divorce. You're not the only person who's going through this. Yes, it's very difficult. Yes, it's going to be very hard, but it really does get better. And I know when you're in like the thick of it, it feels like, is this ever going to get better? It truly, truly does get better with some time. Okay, my best friend Dina just got here because we're filming some reels. So I have to cut this, but I just want to say again, thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for just respecting our family's privacy. And I just love you, and I'm excited to move forward in 2023 with you. All right.